I've been a winemaker for about 30 years now, and the vermouth is the most exciting thing that I've ever done. It's really an interesting part of the wine business, and it's interesting that people are getting focused on this once again. I make 3 different vermouths, 2 dry and a sweet. I make the Whisper Dry, the Extra Dry, and the Sweet Vya Vermouth. Vya is my trade name for vermouth. The Whisper Dry Vermouth is particularly interesting because there's nothing else like this, and I'll explain why. First, just smell it, and you're going to find that the aromatics of Whisper Dry are very what I would call wine-friendly. It's the type of smells that you might find in a nice white wine. But when you put it in your mouth, and what happens is very interesting because the botanicals sort of evaporate, and that's what we call the whisper effect, and you're left with just the taste of the base wine. So what this is good for, you can have it as a just nice dry vermouth on the rocks with a twist of lemon or something, or it makes a very seductive vodka martini at a ratio of, I would say, 4 to 6 to 1. Our second dry vermouth is the Extra Dry, and this one is really neat to taste after the Whisper because they are so different. This one, the aromatics are much more intense, and they have a broader aromatic spectrum. You would never confuse this wine with a wine. You'd always imagine that this has got something in it when you smell it. And then when you taste it, there's an aftertaste that stays in there. It's got quite a long finish, and it's rather bold, a little bit spicy at the end. We suggest this as a beautiful dry vermouth to make a really classy gin martini because of the kinds of botanicals in there which are somewhat similar to what are in gin. The third one is our sweet vermouth, or Sweet Vya. Sweet vermouth is the king of vermouth because it's quite hard to make, and it's the type of vermouth which is really drunk in very large amounts throughout the world in countries like Spain and southern France and Italy and Argentina, big wine-drinking countries where a glass of vermouth is the most common before-dinner drink. And when you add up all the consumption, it puts vermouth in one of the top most drunk wines in the world.
Wow.
And so what people like about sweet vermouth is a balance of bitter and sweet, which tends to wake up your taste buds. And what is different about Vya Vermouth, starting with the smell, is this aroma of cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg, and ginger. And it's like you're in your mother's kitchen and she's making cookies at Christmas. The European vermouths do not have that.
It's good. It does take you back home a little bit when Mom's baking in the kitchen. That's good.
And then when you put it in your mouth, all those botanicals tend to volatilize, and you get like an explosion of aroma flavors, and then you feel a big spiciness too in the taste. And this is something that is unique to Vya. This is why it probably makes the best Manhattans, in my opinion anyway.
That's what I've been told as well.
So now we're going to try a special vermouth drink, which the idea for this originated in a trip that we made to Spain. And in Spain, vermouth is a big fad right now, especially in Barcelona. So we went to Barcelona to check out what was going on with all the vermouth drinking, and came back with the idea that if you blend these together in the proportions of roughly 3 parts sweet, 1 part extra dry, you get something close to the way, from a sweetness level and a level of herbaceousness, the vermouth tastes in Spain. And then if you do this and you add a little orange strip with this stripping tool here, you get some orange oil in there that gives it a really nice finish. So see what you think of that.
Wow, that's delicious.
That's what everybody says. Yeah. And you can start to understand how all these people in Barcelona can sit around on these plastic tables on the sidewalk and drink vermouth.
All night long.
Or even during the day.
So do you have other recipes?
Yeah, we've got a little book of them here for you.
Oh,
yeah.
Great. Wonderful. Yeah, used them before in, you know, the Manhattans and in the martinis, but I've never had it, you know, on the rocks just as a vermouth, or, you know, the two blended. Or
this is a very revolutionary thing, actually, to be serving someone a strict vermouth drink. But that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do something people haven't done before, which is use Vya Vermouth, just like that.
And enjoy it, just
and
like
enjoy
this.
it, yeah.